Good morning, guys. A great morning to all of those who tuned into the realest thing in the world, coming to you from Guyana. So we got some issues this morning. I came across an article, actually, in the police issued a statement and suggesting that a young lady committed suicide allegedly, and the police do not. They're investigating. They normally would say they would investigate a suicide, but when you come and they use a term alleged suicide, one has to ask oneself. So there's a suggestion that a man in his 30s broke off a relationship with some 19-year-old girl, and she committed suicide for him. Things like that do happen. It so happens that this individual is some kind of a military background, present day police, and one has to ask oneself, or one has to look at a matter as such closer, because me I tell you, me I know which little girl I kill herself for who. Yes, and them little thing. And let me read the police report and tell you where the red flags came up from. The page isn't available at this moment, so I'm not seeing the page, and I'm asking myself, Facebook. So let me go here. Let me go to Guyanese Critic. Well, I am seeing the page, yeah.
So at the press conference.
By the way, alcohol is not good for you. I must warn you, as much as I was drunk from somewhere around 12 o'clock yesterday, alcohol is not, I must say, not good for you. Right? I've become somewhat of a caipirinha junkie, so talking about, I had a friend with me yesterday, forget what happened to he. Or we gone. I got checking me car trunk if he there, innit? My say, when I day in the, when I listening to these Bano. So I went to the vice president's press conference yesterday, and I asked a few questions. And I can tell you, normally I'm confused when people are asking questions, and when people are asking questions from Kaicho News reporters and so. Yesterday I understood all the questions as clear as day. You understand? And now I understand what the problem is in this country. You got to be fucking drunk to deal with these people. You can't deal with them in your righted senses. You have to be under the influence of something, under the influence of Kaicho News, under the influence of the PNC. You have to be under the influence. If you're any right-thinking person and you're looking and suggesting you have a perspective, it will fuck your mind up. So yesterday, I must say, not intentionally, but accidentally, I had drinks, and then I attended the press conference. And the press conference was so clear. I've never had clarity like that before. Because normally I am sober and everybody seems to be drunk. But now I was with them. And I think the only body who doesn't know what's going on at these press conferences is Jack Dio. Because he answers these questions. Here, I can't make up these things if I wanted to. We'll get back to that just now, though. Right? At this time, let me read the I'm a little worried as to what's going on here with this page. Why can't I access? Oh, so okay, so I gotta go through from here. You know me don't got no qualms about that. Bro, hey right there, not no joke. I hide a blood clot. Yes, I don't know if I did thing in gibberish, but I understood everything. When I went to the press con, like everything became clear. I don't know how Jack did this make out. I say, listen, I say, this was these questions that he was come with. This is where let's find these questions from. You understand? What is it? And yesterday, when they asked the question, everything makes sense to me. I kid you not. Everything made sense. Let me go to Jack Deere's press conference. All right, Jack Deere's press conference. Oh shit, we're going on here. Hold on. I see a little thing there. Oh. So let me hear what Jack Deere is saying. We're going on here, Alicota.
Use his page. All OBS was giving issues.
Huh?
Use his page. All OBS was giving issues.
Oh. Okay. Jesus Christ. So, if you want to hear the press conferences, you go to Vice President Jack Deere. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Hello? So, let me get...
With a foreign company. That's Gisby. That's the only one now operating.
No, this banner is going on for
You have another one being built.
2 hours and 2 hours and a half on island, eh?
Plants, not a single Afro-Guyanese. And when you look at it, it's 2 bits you had from Africa. I don't get that. What did they call for?
They asked for a document that shows whether the government did any due diligence.
Hold on.
In fixing the grid in Linden for electricity price that is a fraction of national price, and that we are Okay, yeah, but I just gave you
broadly if you have a mechanism in which these people will
develop historically. Apnu was in office for 5 years.
So me come in and ask me questions somewhere about it. Bear in mind, I drunk as a fish.
And you get assessed. Truckman and the others gave a number of other things out.
Is this the first? Is this the first that
is running and hiding all the time from look at the gold decorations that
would it be a first that people operating under the influence? Is it? I don't know. I'm trying to listen back. Sasha, you could have figured out yesterday in my question and that I was blam? Okay, well, in terms of full disclosure to you guys, and I must say, when you don't drink, you shake your head. So I got a little remnants of something in my head there. But caipirinha, oh my God, it's good for next day. You understand? Real clarity. So, I don't know if anybody else ever do it. Here, this, that, out. Yo, me telling you about. I'm a car here, say. wait. I had to tell people. They realize. But I felt the clarity in the gibberish, because normally when I go to these press conferences, Jagdio is explaining and explaining and explaining, and the fucking people don't get it. And the questions that coming from Kaichor and is a set of crazy, and I understood the questions, and then I realized Glenn Lal has these drunken reporters that only meet us be sober. These people are drunk. And accidentally I walk in there drunk, not knowing that you got to be drunk to come up with these fucking things.
We're looking at now, there is an investigation going on from the period 2018. Why didn't they correct it? It's not that their PPP discriminated by taking away anybody licenses. They were there for 5 years. Why did they not give somebody a license? Because how many people applied? That is the question. How many people applied? So this is, if we keep repeating it without asking for data, why, if they believe that this is so, why not go to the ERC and say, this is what we discovered. X number of persons applied, and this is what the PPP did. The ERC is the mechanism that we jointly agree to pursue to investigate discrimination. But you know why they wouldn't go to the ERC? Because you have to go with facts. You can't go and make a general speech like that. All the water treatment plants, not a single Afro-Guyanese. And when you look at it, it's 2 bits you had from Afro-Guyanese. And the man that they're claiming that we discriminated against, they threw him out of GWI. And since we got back in office, he's getting work now, the black person. So when you go, they want to get to the granular level. Nigel Hughes likes to talk about these things, granularity, and getting to disaggregated data. He wants constitutional reform for that. There's no need for constitutional reform for disaggregated data. We have it would be available. It would be available and they would demonstrate, but they ignore the data. They want to ignore the data whilst complaining about data and then point and claim discrimination. And they don't do, it's always about counting. So look how many people the farmers got help. But they would never at the same time saying that we are spending this year alone, apart from practically free electricity in Linden, we're spending over $300 million in fixing the grid. In fixing the grid in Linden for electricity price that is a fraction of national price. And that we are subsidizing electricity to the tune of $2-3 billion every year there. Never say that. You never hear that feature. How come that becomes or what about the people who live in Georgetown, Afro-Guyanese and Indo-Guyanese and Amerindians? Is that discrimination to their Guyanese citizen? Why should one part get cheaper electricity? But we do it because historically that's how it happened. And so this is it. They don't want facts. They go there and stir up excitement. And when you look at the people who attend, it's like young people are not there. It's a fossil group from a long period back, and they stir this racism. I look at the picture of the Coffee 250, and they really don't, they just, it's racism.
Well, here I tell you, I was here all the time.
Good afternoon, Dr. Javier. This is Madam just a few questions from me, sir. Firstly, can you provide an update on the Leadership Project?
Energy project cycle.
This man goes through.
It would be longer.
Goes
right
to pain for explain to these people every
when
man
the
me got
project is
impatience though.
completed, 20 5 or so,
Every
it will
fucking time.
they would only have 12 years more on the permit.
In detail.
So that means 12 years more for laser to operate, to supply gas. We need that well to supply gas.
Let me see when me question them, man.
Don't worry with that. Yeah. Oh, I thought that they're just as another waste of time. I'm not wasting my time anymore. Yeah, with Norton. Yes.
I just have a follow-up question.
Yes.
Recently, the government was conducting the BVI mission, and one of their
Which BVI?
BVI, yes, and
The overall permit for the staff
Making those available.
Amerindians
Let me question them, man.
have to get people to come. There are 2 and carpenters and maids. I did hear at the press conference that once
because of the fact that
don't worry with that. Yeah. Oh, I thought that
They got a little Amerindian one that's come from Glen Lally's. He's you think he's smart, he got enough sense and so that's how Jack just deal with it. Right? Without, just like set the fuck down by sit down. That's how Jack just deal with it by his what Jeff steady. Because he's come with these stupid questions. You understand? Now like only he know he's stupid. It's only he know what's the movement to Jack do?
transportation costs, shipping costs for the commodities, rice, and sand. And the BVI deputy premier said,
we need all of our sand now. Sand, it's pushed up the price, and we may have to do several more to just keep tempering the prices because of the pace of change and construction in the industry. So, and I think at the prices that people are getting here now, their prices are
Jack just
outcompeting
put it down.
what they receive from abroad. So not many of them are that interested in now shipping unless they have a backhaul. They bring something back. It's very difficult to move things to the islands. And that's one of the biggest
Now
issues.
Jagdew explains to everybody everything on a granular level.
This is one of the biggest constraints to
Me and him type of patience.
development
Yeah, I'll see why is that part.
the trade between the territories, the cost of transportation, and the reliability of transportation. So
I didn't know they were drunk all the time. Now I found out that Glenn Lallis be drunk, his reporters is be drunk. I didn't know they were drunk all the time.
lie to you.
It's only after going to the press conference.
Dr. Jack, here's a follow-up question to the MRA's Dennis Chabral. I think you have not adequately answered Afro-Guyanese being afforded opportunities because of the fact that Travis Chase would have been the student who licensed, former or
And here now,
son-in-law of
I fag up here.
Fordham. Van Charles would have fuel license issued to him. So, how do, and your government has not gone off.
I didn't want to do that. I am aware of it. Because if I do
No,
that,
what happened? Why I asked this question? The saying, blacks ain't get an opportunity, they get a license, that they're being pushed out. And nothing is wrong with these banners or get these things, but you can't keep it a secret and claiming that people didn't get it. I building a facility right now to store fuel and all. I want a fuel license. Yeah, I got private party, you get a fuel license? Well, you know, if black fight everything, India fight everything, when it come for fight for thing, I play in Portuguese. You understand? Right away, I play in Portuguese. Since early, I'll play in this game. I say, hey, what? Like, yeah, I like see Portuguese get nothing. Wait, Portuguese people can't get nothing? Huh? I want a license though. I want thing too. Yes, I going for me fuel license. Yeah, I'll talk but though. Because like, yeah, I got probably Portuguese people getting. You got probably Portuguese people getting. So Jack Dio being the banner years and people ain't showing you up for it. They asking but people ain't getting, blacks ain't getting opportunity, and Jack Dio ain't talking about the fact that all them blacks who get licensed, the one who are doing the run-ins, what had the license with what the now PNC executive and lawyer been in, the fuel license what they had for themselves, the shakedown what they doing with sleeping, when they deny here license, when they deny sleeping a license, nobody talking about them thing though. Nobody paying attention to though. The black man who had the fuel license doing the kind of run-ins, what do the shakedown with Rickford Bark? Nobody talking about these things. It's license, that's what I had. Fuel license opportunities like everybody else. And he said down there now. Here we say, I didn't want to talk about that. Here.
Your government has not gone off.
I didn't want to do that. I am aware.
I had to bring it up.
Because if I do that, then I have to talk about the due diligence. And I don't want to vouch for any the people or to say anything bad about anyone in the sector. Because that license, when you look, if you Google the name of the person in whose name the license was issued, you will see that there are 2 buckets of gold found under his bed and a whole heap of ammunition that APNU issued the license to. But you just Google the name and you will see. But I didn't want to come here for that today. But that is what happened. That's the kind of due diligence that I think GHK Lal did. And he actually defended it, by the way. GHK Lal defended that and chastised the media for saying, when the media exposed it, he chastised them for saying they didn't come to him first and get his position on it. But you go back and read the newspaper articles, and you will find out exactly that how this happened. Mr. Clean, Mr. Conscience of Guyana, he gave those licenses out when he was there. So I didn't want to get to that. Anything else? Yes.
So, all right. Let me get straight into other business. This girl, the police issued a report that there was an alleged suicide. So them and I ain't sure if it's a suicide. Well, I wasn't allegedly drunk. You understand? I was drunk like a fish. There was no alleged there. You understand? So, it wasn't alleged. It was about approximately 10 caipirinhas. Yes. There was no allegation. It's not alleged. It's about 10 caipirinhas. And I would want to think I've still got the remnants of one caipirinha in my head. So the police issued a report, alleged suicide. Right? And we're not too much into allegations here, unlike more being alligators. Critic, was allegedly drunk when he asked BJ questions. No, but I said it. No, not allegedly. It was a matter of fact. Right? We were on a fact-finding mission, and the fact was, I was drunk. But I got real clarity, as I said. I didn't know the reporters used to be drunk all the time. I didn't know that was a part of the job. You had to be drunk to be acting in the manner. I hope critics support my coconut choker business. Alex, you get him on my fucking nerves now. He's off, Adna. He's off. Today is not the day. You get him on my nerves now. If it's attention you're looking for, you'd get the wrong attention today. I get one more word out here, I block your scunt. One more message, one more comment you make, then I block you. Just for the fun of it. Although you've been an avid supporter and always there and you're keeping the crowd, I would block your scunt. You understand? When it's not red woman, it's coconut choker and everything. The thing becoming fucking repetitive and redundant or whatever the terms is used, you're getting fucking annoyed now. Yeah? Yeah. It's just not you. It's just me. You understand? I just noticing you're getting to my fucking nerves. I see another comment, the same comment, the next comment you make is out. So just take a back seat at the back of the class, chill. We get after, man. I get a little hangover thing, like, and I ain't in the mood for shit. Where was I? Is what doing? This guy, you know, you see a big man and he just bare fucking nonsense all the time. Posting shit all the time. So, let me get straight into the police report, and then when I get the girl's name, then I'll type it in this thing here. Police are investigating an alleged suicide committed by Melinda Fiona Nurenkirk. Melinda Fiona Nurenkirk, a 19-year-old unemployed female of Lusignan, East Coast, Demerara, which occurred sometime between 14 hours and 4 hours this morning. That would have been yesterday. Inquiries disclosed that the teen reside in a 2-story apartment building at Lusignan. The concrete building consists of 6 apartments, all occupied. At about 22 hours last night, a 36-year-old man who, and this is in brackets, who was in a relationship with the teen, went to the apartment and reportedly ended the relationship with Melinda. Right? At about 1:30 hours this morning, the man left the apartment and went to his home, located a few villages away. So I'm getting down here. So 22 hours. At about 22 hours last night, at 36. So he ended the relationship. What going on between this end of this relationship? What going on this hours? So 22 hours. Right? He there. There's what, 10 o'clock in the night? It's 10 o'clock? 10? Yeah, so 10 in the night. 11, 12, 1. With the relationship end. The relationship end. What we doing all the time. Right? Me and we're going on. I try to figure out how we end. There's a new type of end relationship. There's a 3.5 hour end to a relationship. Right? 36-year-old man, 19-year-old girl. We can go just now to the photos and stuff coming up of her. And the police got to investigate this thoroughly. Eh? At about 1:30 this morning, the man, and that's yesterday morning we're talking about, the man left the apartment and went to his home located a few villages away. Melinda contacted him via messages on WhatsApp and threatened to kill herself. So, obviously, if this is in the police report, messages would have had to be sharing. Messages got to be moving across. So there's a clear line. But that's not hard to do. It just got to be looked at. We're not accusing anybody, it's just that this thing it make no sense. This girl hangs herself off of a door with a bed sheet. And I have seen people hang themselves in all kind of form and fashion. But the police need to do a thorough investigation when it comes to something like this. Melinda contacted him via WhatsApp, via messages on WhatsApp, and threatened to kill herself. The two communicated for a while, and then the man told investigators he tried to comfort and encourage her not to do that, and the teen stopped replying to his texts. The 36-year-old man tried calling and texting the 19-year-old, but got no answer. He became surprised and went to the Vigilance police station and made a report. Very much a gentleman. So he rushed back. He knows, bear in mind, he has a military background. He's said to have a military background. He rushed back to she. You go to the station and make a report. Because she gonna kill herself. Right? But he was here all the time before there. He went to the vigilance station and made a report. Thereafter, police patrol went with him to the above-mentioned apartment building, and the body of Melinda Fiona Newinkirk was discovered hanging from the bedroom door. EMTs from Melanie were summoned, and the teen was examined by a doctor, Durga, who pronounced her dead. The body was also examined for marks of violence, and a reddish circular mark was seen around her neck. That's obviously the hanging area. The body is presently at the Memorial Garden. So they got to do an autopsy and see if that is what she died from, or she died before and bang up there, she committed suicide, whatever. Right? They check on the nails. Police got to do a thorough investigation. Because the family are claiming, and every time somebody dead, people are claiming something surreptitious happened to them. It could be, it could not be, but this is the circumstance of what happened. What's her name again? With this young lady, Fiona. Fiona. Newinkirk. So I came across this on some people's pages, and it's a sad situation. So this is on some page, Samuel Cole. By the way, beautiful young lady. Real sad that she's lost her life. Now we just come down. So this is, they got she in a box. This is the young lady. And, you know, so there I got some other pictures. And this is a photo of her hanging. And I don't want to go in. I ain't going in. I'm going to look at it just. This is her hanging from a door. With a sheet there, you know. Her hanging from the door. This the body is there. I don't want to go in close. This is enough. No, this makes, it's not adding up. It's not adding up. The police need to do a thorough investigation into this. This is very unfortunate, right? I could only imagine the hardships the family is going through at this time. Learning of her demise in such a manner. Now, a breakup can be hard for women, and you don't know what she has gone through. So they say she doesn't have a job. Obviously, he is taking care of her. is the assumption now. She would have had the assumption that her life came to an end. Let's say nothing surreptitious, and she did indeed commit suicide. But there's always more that can be done. If you're a young woman out there and you're in despair and you feel there's nothing more, I can tell you there is nothing greater. If you have an understanding of the universe and the likelihood of you coming into the universe, you just go back a little and you look at sperm, the possibility of you being created is 1 in trillions. So every single individual is afforded a unique opportunity. So you should not be in despair, no matter what the circumstances are. Because that is the process. You are tested. That is life. You're tested. Right? Yes, somebody's saying she's a beautiful young lady. She's a very beautiful young lady. But you don't know what is the circumstances that people have been living under. A lot of times, young women run away from home because of the circumstances under which they are brought up under. I can tell you, I would want to think about, from my estimates, rough average, about 25% of the young women who are going out there, they're not really getting into relationships per se. They're looking for a way out, not a relationship. That is why the situations they get themselves in are so volatile. It's not a genuine love story. Going to the garden or the kissing, bridging. It's just they have to get out of whoever they're in at home. How old was the relationship would be very interesting. What the dating, what she was a minor. Was they dating while she was a minor? I have no idea. So, just to give you guys an update of where we are, what Tepui Group has been up to. I got some photos to share with you guys. Hello, good morning.
Hi, good morning, Critic. How are you? I was listening to your program just now concerning the young lady that had herself.
Mm-hmm.
But I know the young lady very well. And to my understanding, I don't think she would do something like that because knowing her, and she had been in numerous relationships before that have ended and have never committed suicide or killed herself.
Well, that is not, I don't think that is the basis. And what is your background? As you're a therapist of some sort, is it?
No. I'm a close family member of the person.
Okay, well, let me tell you, based on that, and to be fair, because I'm saying it looks suspicious, right? But
yeah, it looks fishy because
what you're saying there, if you say you know the young lady, I can tell you, most people,
correct.
If you do the research, most people, when they commit suicide, everybody around them will say, oh my God, we did not know. You understand?
That's true.
So there's nothing that you could have as a basis when people are going through certain things that would take them to that extreme. In most cases, the damage is deep-seated. And the reason for the harsh approach to themselves is because they've been hiding this thing. So yes, women would have gone through many relationships. A lot of people, you got actors who they're out there and everybody watching them and didn't realize that they would have done this. You understand? So that's not a basis for thing. But tell me what you know about she.
Well, she's a good person. She used to work at housing. She's very loving, caring, fun. And based on information that I've got, that I have heard that the guy had threatened to kill her before if she ever planned on leaving him.
What did
You
she?
understand?
Well, that's why thinking. That's why watching the age difference. You understand? Nobody left in no little 19-year-old catty. You understand what I'm telling you?
Because he's married and he was cheating on his wife with her.
No. Nobody going nowhere, man. I'm telling you. There's a mix-up story. You understand?
Yeah,
There's a mix-up story. Police got for check the timing with these messages they going in and all them with his phone there.
He was there. My thing is he was there. He left at 1. All that time in what were you were doing there?
Yeah, if you end the here now, me going here I tell you. If it's a volatile situation, me going for tell nobody thing. Right now is WhatsApp. You understand? You get a message. And well, people are different. A lot of people like getting in there. I like me, it's over. And now people is call now or message me for figure out clarity. What do you mean it's over? Is something done? The movie done? I said no. Because me even put relationship inside, right? I just put it's over. Like the movie done. Like when the movie done, you say the end? You understand? I put it's over. And then nowadays message for get clarity is what really I talking about. I say, wait, you realize? It done, I done. Me not ever. Yes, you understand? So that thing where he think there, they got get it. And you look at a man's background. Military training and all them things, you understand? No. Then you understand? They ain't adding up. The story ain't adding up. Alright, buddy, thanks for your input.
We gotta do proper investigation.
Yeah, safe. Yeah, so this is going down at, if y'all know, this is going down now at Tepui, and this is how we started. This is how I started my morning yesterday. And, you know, I want to thank everybody for this. I want to thank the guys who come out every day and make the dreams and realities of the Tepui Group. You know, Winston has worked hard. Michael, my son, Derek is be back and forth from Miami, bringing things and Alan to get things done. Paul plays a role. Winston catching his ass because he gotta get all over the place. He got there, run, go house, run here, plus get costs from me. You understand? Because I ain't no easy body when I want to get things done. Our engineers, right? All the foremen, all the workers. Even if there's a man with a spade, a lot of people play a role in building Tepui Group, right? So this is yesterday. I got on in the morning, and this is when we were preparing. And the concrete guys yesterday, although they come and when I go around, I smell a little weed and I just lose it on them yesterday afternoon. But they done a good job. They do all of our concrete supplies, right? So this is I'm giving you photos of the day and how the day went, right? And I take photos meticulously just to get an idea of what's going on, how it's going on. And, this is all through the day. This is the first part of the pour when it starts sealing and so on. And as you see how far we got, if you look here, you realize we're out in the Demerara River. We got more to go. There's going to be extension and so on. We got more to go into the Demerara River. And this is a shore base facility being developed for private individuals. So this is what, and then we come down to the end. So this is last night, and we work all the way into the night. Now this is a photograph with myself, Winston, Paul, and our two engineers, the guys who actually run Tepui Group. You see the light in the back there? The light we are seeing in the back there, nobody noticed it. Shelly took out this photograph for us. But it's like if the gods were in agreement with us, and you know, what for you, no man, nothing can stop you. The clouds was dark and we think, and Shelly said, wait, I want to catch this photo. And I said, well, you want to catch? when we stand up there, when we stand up tall, lightning star flash. It was interesting to when I watched the photo, you know. And this has been a major achievement for myself and Tepui Group. And I can tell you, this is the first, lots more to see. We got a lot more development going on. I just wanted to thank the guys for the good work they're doing. You know, the people who were a part of Tepui Group, the Alicia's be downstairs. We got a lot of people in the admin section that make sure that things are bought. Suppose we had some people we had to let go because their performance was not in tune with what we expected, but they nonetheless, when they were here, played an integral role in making this a reality and seeing the building of the Tepui Group as one of the leading, if not the largest construction company in the Caribbean. You know, I be largest in Guyana. I want to be the largest construction company in the Caribbean. We're presently tying up deals in Suriname and Trinidad to do construction work there. And I'm looking at expanding as far as Belize, of which I'm going to Belize very soon to see how we could iron out a few deals there also. So, again, and why I tell you this, no, Alex good, man. It's just that but today I can't take his repetitive. Is repetitive is the word? Yeah, it's just sometimes it's too much for me. Yeah. You can do in your life anything you think and you imagine. With hard work and dedication, you can get there. You gotta be willing to put in the work. You have to be willing to put in the work. Right? You gotta be consistent. Just like exercise, it hurts. One of the things is you can't be a success if you're not willing to make sacrifices. And I think you should start with exercise in your life. Because when you gotta stretch, when you gotta push your body, when you gotta break your mind to keep pushing to achieve your goals, you get a better understanding of what it means to be successful. What else is on the header today for discussion? So it was Tepui Group, the girl, the man cave. Okay, yeah. So what's been going on in the man cave? We do an episode of the man cave last night, and because I was stoned out of my mind, I don't think last night one was very interesting. But how do we do THE? The Man Cave Podcast. The Man Cave Podcast. So you just got to type in, show the thing and let me so you just type in The Man Cave Podcast and you go to it. And this was the last episode. 56 minutes, yeah. Louis just get a sneak peek of what's been going on in the Man Cave. And for those of you who don't know, it comes on about 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock on Tuesday? 10 o'clock on Tuesday. And there's enough time for your children to be sleeping and all them dinner. Because you know why you're cheering them? Listening to this.
On my count.
What got we laughing, sir? What got we laughing, sir? So this is Carol and...
Previously on the Man Cave Podcast.
Abroad. Who would be willing to be tied up by we just walk in with a fucking what's the thing? No, what's the thing with it? The thing around the neck? A collar and just walking around with the Brad.
You know, like y'all do it to me, you know.
How it looking like it's black and white, sir?
Yeah, I would, because I don't have no shame in it, so I don't have a problem.
So you
with
put the replays in black and white.
Not
Okay.
my service, not my monkeys, but yeah, I got study when them women group and write and who and what LGBTQR, PQR, STUV gonna come up and all kind of thing, and Do you want that?
Yeah, if the women groups get on top of it. No, that's why I
We
said,
don't
to
want,
me,
you don't
how
want
do you
that.
think they can get on top of it like this. They can get on top of it like this. Can they get on top of it like this?
I think now's the time for you to take off those. Now is the perfect cue.
Yeah, I gotta go.
On my count.
Yeah, I gotta go and see the man
At
cave.
three,
Yeah, some
start
crazy
tripping.
shit that's be going on down in there. Yeah, I gotta go
They're on
see.
top of things. I would, in my imagination.
Yeah, I got because there's like me unleashed, and that one day I was like about 3 Long Island iced teas in. I left Marriott and walked straight into the man cave, right? And that shit was crazy, right? But I think yesterday was boring for me to be extreme for other people, but I think yesterday was boring. That man is making it interesting. It's got all the best pieces and put it together and stuff. But expect Tuesday, right? Next Tuesday, 10 o'clock, man cave. Yeah, you guys enjoy. So that is it for the day. I gotta go and look for make money. Peace out.